Hey guys, welcome to the video, and here today we are going to cover the update to the KMZ GTA Ultra mod, and this is now version 3.0. There's been some significant changes, so I need you guys to pay close attention to the video and make sure you watch the whole thing from beginning to end, because there have been some changes that even involve things such as files being placed by accessing the dev flash. Now you don't have to do it, this does it for you, but anytime we talk about anything that has to deal with whatever accessing or going through the dev flash, you need to pay attention. We're going to talk about a few things and some key changes and how to use these things, and hopefully all this stuff is going to get you to avoid any issues that you may have, but you shouldn't have any as long as you follow everything in detail. Now this video is for those of you who already have the KMZ Ultra GTA mod installed onto your PS3. So if you have it installed and you have the mods installed on your XMB, kind of like I have them up here on the pic, if you have that installed right now, then this is the video you need to be watching. If you don't have the GTA Ultra mods installed on your XMB like they are on here on the screen, then you need to watch the detailed video, and the link will be in the description for that. All right, so yeah, lots to cover, and let's jump right into it. Let's go ahead and get started. Alright guys, so there's a few things that I want to cover here. These are not all the changes, but we're going to just cover these are some of the general ones that we're just going to go ahead and cover real quick. I'm not going to talk about all of these, every single one, but I'm going to scroll through them, and then you can just stop the video so you can look at them. I will cover one or two things here. For starters, the GTA tool now has two different flavors. There is a bundled version and there's a standalone version. The bundled is the one that comes with the XMB mods. The standalone is for people who don't plan on installing the XMB mods and just want to use the GTA tool only to install the SPRX menus, the e-boots, and now the mod loaders are in there as well. The bundled version, for example, doesn't have the mod loaders because you have that on the XMB. So that's the difference, and I think I'll be doing a dedicated video to the GTA tool. But we'll be using, in this instance, the bundled version since it comes with the XMB mods we'll be installing. Also, I removed the mod loaders with the textures that were just taking up space and things were laggy and whatnot. And then there's some fixes here that you can read as I scroll through. The Galerium got fixed and updated. A couple of updates here to some of the menus. Okay, and then I added the Salfetti mod loader, and here are some SPRX menus that have been added. Alright, so let's go ahead and head on over to the PS. Alright, so we're here at the Managun's file manager. If you're using FTP, you can just follow along. I like Managuns a lot. They just came out with an update. I will be doing a video on this here very shortly, I promise. I know I've been saying that before, but I've just been really busy. Alright, so in the description of the video you will find the links to download the zip file you will need. Go ahead and unzip it, and you'll see there are two folders in there. Those two folders are the ones we're going to put on the root of the USB and stick that into your PS3. So I've already done that here, and here are the two folders. Now we're going to go ahead and we are going to go to where our game is. Oops, I opened up two windows. The only thing I don't like about this, the arrow moves a little bit slower. Alright, so let's go to where our game is. Alright, and make sure your game, of course, is named exactly like this. And for absolute best results, it should be installed on your internal hard drive. You can use this stuff if your game is backed up to your external, but you may have some issues, especially when using the GTA tool, which we'll cover here in a bit. So now you're going to go into the game. You're going to highlight the PS3 extra folder, and you're going to delete the entire folder. Give it a while because it takes a little while to delete. All right, so just give it some time. Give it like a minute or so. Now, after you've deleted the extras folder, I would recommend that you reboot your PS3 for best results, because sometimes if you don't, when you install this stuff, this new stuff, it'll be out of order on your XMB. So at this point, I would go ahead and just reboot and then come back. Now once you've done that, we're going to go ahead into the BLES01807 install folder that you unzipped, and we are going to highlight all three of these, and we are just going to copy and paste them onto your game folder. Okay, and you should have already deleted the PS3 extra, and then just wait till it copies. All right, now once it copies, I would suggest that you reboot. If you're using Webman to load your game, you don't need to reboot right now. Go into Webman, go into a Webman setup page, and scroll up to the top, and you'll see a button that says Refresh XML. Click that button, and then it's going to tell you to reboot, and then reboot the system. So let's head on over to the XMB. Alright guys, so we're here at the XMB, and we've loaded our games, and when you come over to the extras and mods section, you will see few changes immediately. So let's go ahead and go in here, and you can see now that the e-boots are here. They're also in the still in the GTA tool as well. But you got your stock e-boot, the modded e-boot, which is for KEX systems only, the modded e-boot for DEX systems only. You still have the Ultra GTA tool here, but now it's the bundled version, and it's 3.0, and this bundled version has a couple of things that the standalone version does not, and vice versa, and we'll cover those here in just a bit. You still have your mod loaders, except they don't have the textures. But check this out, you now have your SPRX menus right here on your XMB, along with the pics of each menu, and they're even color coded and labeled. The ones that work with KEX and DEX are in the green box and say KEX and DEX, and the DEX ones are in a red box and say DEX. It couldn't be more idiot proof than this. It took a while, guys, to go into each and every menu. Had to start the game each and every time, and then you know, do a screen capture and then crop it and whatever, and then, you know, put it on these boxes. So it took a while, but this is proof. I did it as proof to show you that A, the game starts and I was able to get into the game, and B, I'm able to open each and every single menu. So when people say they have issues, here's the proof that it works right here. And the important thing to know here is that the SPRX menus and the e-boots, in order to install, they have to go through your dev flash. So whenever you install one of the e-boots from here from the XMB or an SPRX menu, this is what's going to happen. Let's pick Luigia, or Lugia, whatever it's called. Okay, we picked it, it installed it, and then it's going to ask you, do you want to start the software now? You must hit yes. Now, once you hit yes, it will do kind of like a soft reboot deal and bring you right back to the XMB. This is kind of the same thing that it does that it did when we did the CFW extras video, that it had to go through the dev flash to change your waves and your fonts and stuff like that. It's the same deal. Just make sure you don't do anything stupid while it's doing the soft reboot. Don't turn off your system or anything like that. But that's it. Once it brings you back to the XMB, the file has installed. But only Sprix menus and the e-boots do that. All the other ones install directly from here, from the XMB. And of course, the mod loaders work with KEX and DEX, and they can be used in conjunction with the SPRX menus. And everything else here on the XMB has stayed the same, like the covers and all that stuff. Okay, let's go real quick into the GTA. Oh, and by the way, guys, before you install this new GTA tool version 3.0, make sure that any older versions are deleted from your XMB first if you already have them installed. So delete those before installing this one, of course. I didn't get a chance to change the wallpaper and stuff on this because it's just too busy, but the updated menus are here, as SPRX menus are here, as well as the new ones are here as well. Everything else is pretty much the same here. The one thing I do want to cover is that if your GTA backed up version that you have, you're using it from an external hard drive, make sure you never pick anything here that has to do with wallpaper or music. The simple reason is because this is going to install those files, or that file, onto the internal drive of your PS3. If the game is not in the internal HDD, it's going to create that folder so it can place the file. Once it does, then your PS is going to think that that game is there because it's going to see the BLES01807 GTA folder, and it's going to think that the game is there. And then you're going to try and use the external your game from your external HDD, and it's going to cause a problem, and you might see goofy things happen on your XMB with the game. So if you're playing the game from an external HDD, make sure you never pick anything that has to do with wallpaper or music. Otherwise, if it's located internally, then of course you can use all the stuff on this tool and in this menu. Alright guys, thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Hope you enjoy.